and I
You
tried to
assume.
describe. I hope I tried to describe Whistle Sound's name phonetically. It was like wee wee wee.
Oh, I would like to quickly kind of retcon something that happened last session, if possible.
Sure. What do you got?
Sylv is the oldest of the siblings.
Okay, she's the oldest.
It makes sense that way because orcs don't live as long as Sylv can live because she's half elf.
Right.
Yeah, so she's the oldest. So she's technically the heir to the Beartooth clan.
Gotcha.
The true heir.
The one and future.
Yes, because Grumple, who is currently in charge, would be the next after Sylv. Because how I figured how orcs work is it's just the oldest one that shares, that's like the oldest of the following generation kind of thing. So like Magal of his generation was the oldest of like the brothers basically. So
Yeah,
he got to lead the Beartooth clan, but it would be his child or the oldest of the brothers' children. And Sylv was the oldest of all of them, followed by Grumple.
So is Grumple your uncle?
Grumple is my cousin.
Oh, okay. Cousin Grumple's not as funny to say as Uncle Grumple.
As Uncle Grumple?
Yeah.
No.
I'm kind of disappointed it's not Uncle Grumple as well.
I mean, we can retcon it and say it's Uncle Grumple.
No, that's fine.
I mean, I'm fine with Uncle Grumple. He technically still shouldn't take the Bear Clan in that way, which would be hilarious. But yeah.
Hi, I'm your Uncle Grumple.
Uncle Grumple. To which Sylph would be like, no. I'm just gonna be grumpy. But yeah, so Sylv is the oldest. Then it's the twin girls, and then the brothers.
Okay. All right, I'll tell you, I have no idea how any of this is going to go down.
Woo!
This is like impossible to like really kind of plan for. I love it. It's going to be... Man, it's going to be interesting. I know some things... Yeah, I was like, how's this going to work? And I'm like, I guess it's just going to work however it works.
Yeah, this is probably like the most like free fight kind of thing.
Yeah,
it's very organic.
This is
I was prepping Martin. It's all on him. He's been thinking, haven't you, Martin?
It's not a good thing to rely on me to lie.
Yeah.
I'm not a good bullshitter.
You're the party face, man.
Attest.
The important thing with D&D when it comes to your bullshitting is those rolls, baby. Because
you gotta roll good.
Yeah, because you can try and deceive someone to come up with a brilliant story and roll like a 1, and I'll be like, that guy looks at you and he's like, I call bullshit on your perfectly
that's totally true.
story. And you might just be like, bah, and roll 20.
In Critical Role, there was their bard who was like, I need to get into the Thieves Guild. How am I going to do this? He put his finger on his face and pretended it was a mustache and said, hello, I'm the guild inspector from the city. And then rolled like a 28 or something on the dice and his modifiers. And so they went in and everyone was like, what an interesting mustache this guy has. You don't have to be a good and talented liar in real life.
No, you just got to roll well, my dude.
I mean, there's some like bonuses you can give, like advantage and disadvantage, though.
Yeah, like if you had a great story, I would be like, I'm going to give you advantage on that roll.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm gonna try.
All right.
We believe in you, man.
Yeah.
Okay, so where are you guys, and what was? I know we've discussed it a little bit.
What were we doing again?
What is the plan, man?
Okay, here's the plan.
Okay.
The humans at dawn were beginning to go under the tunnels, under the Regiproleum, to be ready to boil up out of the ground like rats or ants or some other cool thing. The orcs were going to be moving to like where they would be close to the front gate, but not necessarily easily visible. Maybe on the other side of the river. Who knows?
Mm-hmm.
We, in our costumes, with Una and a couple of other orcs pretending to be prisoners like Chewbacca and A New Hope, are going up to the front gates. Hatch is going to talk us in, and we're going to try and either get to Sylve or the Shadow Man. If we get to Sylve first, we rescue her. If we get to the Shadow Man first, we kill him.
Yeah.
Then we are going to cast Thaumaturgy on Hatch, and Hatch is going to tell the fighters something. Either lay down your weapons and you'll be free after we've come in and killed all the soldiers, or whoever makes it to the gate can get out alive.
Mm-hmm.
However much we actually like these orcs, it's really up to Hatch.
Yeah.
In the chaos, we will get to Sylve if we haven't gotten to her already, rescue her, and GTFO.
Mm-hmm.
Nah?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you guys remember?
That was Helen's. I understood it.
Yeah. Do you guys remember what Thomas was saying about like when he used to send when people have gone out to check the other entrances before?
I don't.
No,
yeah, I mean most of them have not come back. So that's the only thing he's kind of worried about. Although he's willing to send like guys, like a bunch of guys. Instead of just scouting, he's willing to send a bunch of guys to help this out because you guys really saw.
Oh, you know what we should do? Who has the other Rod of the Shield?
I got one, and I think Drina has one.
I have one, so you must have the other.
Yeah. Okay.
So we should give those to them because if they're getting attacked in a tunnel and they can put up the shield across it, that could help them every now and then. And then, you know what I mean?
Yeah. I like
Try
that
and
idea.
like even out the odds.
Also, were we planning on blowing this place up or turning it into a pile of rubble?
Happy to do that as well. We can stay with and help with the mayhem. Once we get Sylve, Sarowyn doesn't care as much.
Okay.
We can like sort of make that decision in the moment if we want to.
Okay.
All right, where are you guys staying for the evening? Tomas is willing to put you guys up for the night.
I thought we were staying with the Beartooth and like helping them prep as well.
That's fine too.
Because the last time we talked, you said it was going to be a couple of days of prep.
Yeah.
I guess some of us could be with the Beartooth and some of us could be with Tomas to see how each of them are going.
And I've spent most of my time crafting those ascending stones.
Okay.
And at the end of it, I give one to Tomas and one to Rumple, and I keep the other two ready to send them word when the time is right to, fuck shit up.
Right. Okay, it's late at night. One evening, like maybe you're finishing up those sending stones or something, and that little pixie man reappears. Where is he? I gotta find his name. I forgot his name. What's his name? Oh, Ben.
Hang on.
What's up, Bink?
Well, he appears to Sarowyn and Dax, and he's like, "Hello."
Hello, is Drina coming back?
Not right away. Could you come with me, please? I have someone who needs to speak with you.
What do you mean, come with you?
Come with me.
To Titania?
No. Oh, wow. No. We're going to go see Alston and Eitri and Olande.
Will it take long? We kind of have something we need to do here.
No, it won't take long at all.
I mean, you promise? We need to be back like tomorrow morning.
I promise. You'll be back in like maybe 5 minutes, maybe 10, maybe 20. No more than half an hour.
Do you pinky swear that we'll be back by the morning?
I pinky swear. And he holds out his little tiny pinkies.
Okay, I pinky swear with him.
Okay. He's like, don't let go of the pinky.
No, of course.
And he wiggles a pinky at Dax. He's like, grab the pinky.
It's a pinky swear, Dax. It's very important.
I roll my eyes, and then my big gauntleted hand pull out my big pinky finger, and probably like encases like his whole hand, probably.
My huge veiny pinky finger.
Yeah, my gauntleted finger. Yeah, exactly.
Okay. There's a flash of light when you both grab his pinkies, and you guys are in this beautiful foresty glade kind of thing. There's like, you hear water running in the background. It's very beautiful, and there's like golden sunlight coming in through the trees. And he's like, here we are.
Where's here?
We're at the grove. This is where Drina was before they needed her to go somewhere else. But Alston and Eolandi and Eitri, they're going to explain everything, I guess, or something. I don't know. But here they come. And three people like approach, like, you know, they're kind of cautious, like they don't want to alarm anybody. Two of them look like elves. One of them's about 6'7". He has long black hair, green eyes. He's wearing some sort of like really nice chain shirt, and he's got a long sword. The other one is maybe about 5'9". She has long golden hair and golden white robes. She's got like a little dagger and a scabbard on her side. And the other guy is a dwarf. He's about 5'4", so he's pretty tall for a dwarf, give or take. Fairly tall. And he's got short red hair and a really glorious red beard. He's got like an axe like slung across his back. And the really tall guy approaches you and he says, "Greetings, I am Alston."
Greetings. I'll say it in Elvish. Say greetings. I am Sarowin. This is Dax.
These are my companions, Elande and Eitri. You've already met Bink. And
I'll say in Dwarvish to Eitri, it's a pleasure to meet you.
He's like, "Ha! She speaks dwarf. That's awesome. You're awesome, young lady."
Thank you. Where's Adrena?
Unfortunately, Drina will not be able to join us. There's been some sort of kerfuffle with the summer court, and her presence was needed. I'm not exactly sure why. I wasn't told everything. Originally, she was supposed to return to you rather quickly, but things seem to have gotten out of hand here. So I'm here to deliver a warning, a message, and a gift.
Will she be safe in this kerfuffle?
She'll be safe. Titania will keep her safe.
Okay. Are they speaking in common?
They are. They're speaking in common.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what is this warning?
Vilious Tor is very dangerous. Without Drina's help, we're afraid things could go very wrong. So Titania thinks you should wait. She knows that you probably won't, but she wanted us to relay the message that you should probably wait.
Wait for what?
For a better time. However, like I said, she knows that you probably won't listen. You are mortals. And she does understand.
She wouldn't happen to know when. Sorry.
Oh, she also knows that your friend is in danger. So she, while she feels compelled to warn you, it goes no further than that. She's just, just a warning.
Well, we knew Vilious Tor was dangerous before. Is there a more specific warning you could deliver?
There is not much that she can see within Vilious Tor which concerns her. Part of the warning is, and this is probably the most important part, is you need to beware of the gnolls. Gnolls kind of run through the city like sort of wild. The master of Vilious Tor allows them to take any unescorted trespassers into the city. So beware of the gnolls.
Okay.
So the Titania wouldn't happen to know when a better time to attack would be then, would she?
There probably is no better time to attack. I mean, that's from me. I mean, she didn't she didn't specify. She just gave me this warning to give to you. You probably, from what we've seen, you've made allies with the orcs. The humans in Chadden are willing to help you. To be honest, I honestly don't see a better time. Unless you wanted to wait potentially months for a stronger force.
Sylph doesn't have months.
I understand. So now my message. You have the Tome of Terrible Events.
Yes.
We need you to, it's up to you, but Titania can destroy it or at least subdue it at the Summer Forge. We would need you to bring it to Thane if you were willing to have her do that. I mean, it has to be freely given, so I mean, it's not like she can make you do it, but
why Thane?
That's the closest place to the Summer Forge. It would be dangerous to bring it across the Feywild.
You're sure that this would be the best way to destroy this tome? Or subdue it, like you say?
It's ancient she magic. If anyone can do that, it would be Titania. Yes.
Thane is quite large from what I understand.
When you are finished here, Bink will come and relay more information to you.
Okay.
And now for the gift. And Eitri steps up to you, and he is holding a piece of lace. It's kind of like tattered and frayed. There are 3 long threads sticking out of it. And he's like, what you can do is, if you pull one of these threads, it'll open a way to the Feywild. Or from the Feywild, back to your world here. So if you choose to come to the Summer Forge with that book, this is how you can cross over into the Feywild. Just be careful while you pull the thread. Certain locations in the Feywild are kind of dangerous.
So, you're saying we kind of need to be aware what will be on the other side before we pull the thread?
Not necessarily aware, but like if you're in a bad place, you probably don't want to pull the thread.
I see.
Like if you're in a sewer, you don't want to pull a thread while you're in a sewer. Who knows where you wind up in the Feywild?
So if you're in a good place in this world, it tends to correspond to a good place in the Feywild? Are they related in that way?
Sort of. I mean, you could go to a nice place and, you could wind up in a, with a pack of wolves around you in the Feywild. I mean, that's always possible. But, the deeper dangers, they kind of correspond. They kind of correlate.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah, so you can 3 times you'll be able to
Once you pull that third thread, the whole thing just falls apart.
Okay. Thank you.
Could we use this to escape in case things go sour wherever we are and there's no way to escape on our world?
You could, depending where you are, though, and like I said, you would just want to be careful.
What is on the other side of the veil? To Vilious Tor, say.
No clue. Like I said,
Okay.
Titania can't even see what's happening there.
No, so I mean, if like the sort of region where Vilious Tor is,
Right. No.
what's the corresponding region in the Feywild? Do you know?
She can't see that either.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
That's concerning, isn't it?
It is part. That's part of the warning.
Okay.
I mean, when she says it's dangerous, I mean she just means all around dangerous. We can tell you that the Shadow Man is very dangerous as well.
We've heard that plenty of times now.
Thank you, I guess. Let Drina know that we'll miss her and that we hope she's safe. And if she needs us, you can always send Bink to come get us. That's okay.
We will, Alston says. Did out of character here, did Drina have anything, was she carrying anything of any like major party import?
I can open her sheet and look. Hang on.
Okay. If she had anything of major party import, like party stuff, I would say you guys they're gonna give it to you. She told you to have this. I don't know if she does, but
no, she doesn't.
Okay.
She's got a lot of gold, but I'm gonna let her keep that.
Okay. So, are you ready to go back?
I get Dax.
If that's all they need from us. Make sure that she returns unharmed. And I stare down Leader Man real hard when I say that.
He smiles not like one of those dick smiles, but he smiles like he appreciates your concern, and he's like, I will do my best. On my honor.
Dax thinks in his head he has no idea what these little Fey boys think of when it comes to honor, but
that little 6'7" Fey boy.
Yeah, that little elf boy, whatever his idea of honor is, but hopefully things won't turn sour. So, yep, I'm good to go.
Okay, Bink flies back up to you guys, and he's like, "Pinky swear." He sticks his pinky swear. Yeah.
Yep.
And you're back. You're back where you were when he arrived.
Has any time passed?
Doesn't appear to have been. Like there was a dog barking. It's still barking.
Well, what do you make of that?
I don't know.
We have a way to destroy it now, at least.
Yeah, but the last time I dragged everybody somewhere, they didn't want to go. We lost Sylve. So if you don't want to go to Thane, we'll find another way.
No. This is too important for whatever problems I have. I'm definitely coming with you to make sure that thing is destroyed or taken care of.
I mean, I'm glad that you're coming.
Let's focus on what we can do right now, yeah?
Yeah. Did we know about the kobolds before?
The
Gnolls? The gnolls? No one ever said anything about them.
No one's ever said anything about the gnolls.
Maybe we should warn people about them, just to be aware.
Yeah. That's a good idea. I'll ask the chief of the Beartooth. It's the Beartooth tribe, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll ask him if he's ever run into gnolls in this area or if that's unusual.
Dax, I know that she said we can't. I didn't want to worry anybody, but Sylph's replied to a couple of the messages I've sent her, and they're not coming back clear. She doesn't have that much longer.
Well, then we need to act now. What
Okay.
was she able to tell you?
Nothing. Barely anything. The last few times, it's just been a couple of words. I heard please, not much more.
We need to get moving.
Yeah. I'll tell Thomas next time I see him about the gnolls. Maybe that will tell them things about, I don't know, gnoll. That sounds undergroundy, doesn't it? Maybe they have tunnels. Maybe that's what's been the problem down there.
Do I know anything about gnolls?
Do I know anything about gnolls?
Dax, yes, you do. Sarowin, give me a history check. Yeah, you've definitely read about gnolls. They're like demonic hyena people. They're really nasty, violent hunters. They hang out with a lot of hyenas. Dax, you probably faced some in the war. There were probably some gnolls involved in that, so you've definitely got some experience with gnolls.
Could they be what's causing problems in those tunnels? Or causing problems to the people trying to get to the tunnels?
Very possibly.
And they said unescorted individuals. They mean unescorted by guards of the Prolium?
Probably.
Do the guards of the Prolium have particularly distinctive armor?
They've got a uniform. They do have a set uniform. There's nothing really distinctive about it, but they all do wear a similar uniform.
Do I have time to knock up a couple of these uniforms to make it look like the humans heading for the tunnels have escorts? Or is there time to send one of the sneakier Beartooths to pick off a straggler and bring us back his outfit?
Yeah, you would definitely need to see the outfit in order to to make a new one. I don't see why you couldn't try to send a Beartooth to try to get a straggler.
Send Una to go get one.
Or at the very least, ask Una who the best person to send would be. Una?
Yes.
So, we have some information that there are gnolls patrolling Vilious Tor.
Would make sense. We've found a hyena droppings and prints, never the actual hyenas.
That's
assumed such things.
It's kind of gross, but okay. So, the warning we received said that if there were people unescorted in Vilious Tor, that the hyena things would attack. So my question is, who is the sneakiest, most deadly Beartooth, and could they go get a guard uniform for us? Maybe they could knock a guard out and bring him. Or, if they knocked him out and he didn't get back up again and they just brought the clothes, that'd be fine too.
Maru.
Maru? Great. So could you do that for us, Maru?
She would just nod.
Excellent.
So to sort of recap, Tomas's men, they're not going with us though. Through the tunnels, they're going in their own tunnels.
We're not going into the tunnels. We're going in the front gate.
We're going in the front gate with the orcs.
Yeah, with in our uniforms, we're gonna go to the guards at the front gate, walk up nice and proper, and say, "We've brought these gifts for the fighting pits because we want to get one of the guys out."
Okay.
And either give to the Shadow Man or something. We're gonna talk our way in, and they'll escort us to the registrar from there.
And/or I just sell you all.
And/or we all get sold by Hatch. Yeah,
We'll play it by ear.
Whatever you think will work, man. I don't give a shit.
I have the moose ears.
That's true. I got the sending stones. I just want to get in there and get Sylv. I don't care how you do it.
Might not happen. We'll see. Just kidding.
All right, so Maru is gonna try and find a straggler.
Yeah, I'll give Maru my shard that lets her reroll failed saves. Is that what it does? Reroll failed.
Strength saves?
Yeah, any saves. It just reroll. You can reroll a fail save for anything.
You don't.
Just in case.
Okay, you can do that, but you don't need to.
Okay, well then I won't.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So let's say it's that second night before you guys were planning. Well, let's say it's the first night when the Fae came to you to tell you about Drina and give you warnings and lacy things. And Maru seems pretty confident that she can do that because Maru's pretty cool, right, Sylv? Or Una?
Una agrees. Her sister is as cool as they come.
Okay. All right, yeah, sometime before dawn, Una comes back with a guard. Do you think he's
alive or dead?
Do you think, I don't know? What do you?
100% dead.
Okay, yeah, 100% dead.
She brings the body, fireman carries the body, and then you guys are all sitting around something, and just she hefts it onto the nearest table and just goes, "This is yours," and then walks away.
Thank you. I immediately go up and start stripping him.
Okay. I mean, it's like a fairly standard, kind of tunic, that one would wear over, armor and stuff. It's, it's red.
Is there anything...
It's got some black stripes, down from the shoulders, to the belt, in front and back.
So it's just a tunic, a black tunic with red stripes.
Yeah, this guy was wearing a chainmail. But some of the other guards that maybe the orcs have seen, some of them are wearing different types of armor depending on how cool they are. But they all have this tunic.
Okay. My my giant backpack of fabric straps is probably getting pretty thin, but well, what are the chances that I can find some red fabric in there to match?
I would say that between your fabric pieces and like possibly like some folks back in Chadden, you can you should be able to make yourself some of those tunics.
All right, so in the next couple days while I'm making the sending stones, I'll cobble together as many of these tunics as I can as well to give to Tomas to distribute among however many little groups of people are going.
Okay.
They might have to double up, like someone ferries one group in and goes back out for another kind of deal, but just kind of lower the chances that they get eaten before they make it to the tunnels.
Sure. Yeah, and then Tomas thinks like he really thanks you. He's like it's valuable intelligence, and it's probably what's been happening to some of our boys who have been going to scout that place out. That's awesome.
I mean, I would think so.
You broke up a little bit there. What was the first thing you said?
I don't know. Tomas thinks it's good intel.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, Tomas is just like he's happy to have that information. He's really happy about like getting some extra tunics for his boys. Like that seems to be like very helpful.
Okay.
He seems like really confident too. Like I mean, he's still like nervous as hell, but it's like this has bolstered his confidence that this might work.
Okay, great.
All right,
Trying to decide. I'm going to put I'm going to put floating disc into my spear as my ritual that I can cast for the day if I want.
Okay.
Just in case we got to carry her out.
Yeah, so over the course of a couple of days, you get your sending stones made. You've got the tunics for the guys from Chadden, and yeah, as dawn is breaking, you guys are pretty much as ready as you're gonna be.
Okay.
I'll do a little bit of tear praying in the morning for some guidance in the shit that's definitely about to go down.
Okay.
I'm gonna go up to Hatch before we all get dressed and do our things, and I'm gonna help him like adjust his moose antlers so that they're just right on his head. And I'm going to I'm gonna hug him. And I'm gonna say, Hatch.
Good.
Hatch, you can do this. Okay? I'm gonna stand behind you the whole time, and I'm gonna cast guidance on you every minute. All right?
Hatch. He plays with his fingers behind his back, expecting his magic to extricate him out of the situation if it is necessary, and and says thank you. In his small frame, in his relatively thin body, the moose antlers are way too big and awkward, and he does need help, and appreciates it.
No, that's okay. See, I put some counterweights into the side of the little harness.
Is that why it's so heavy?
It's heavy. No, it's heavy, but it balances better that way.
Okay,
So it's
wow.
Yeah.
He will use it.
Yeah. It makes it look more proportional because of the. I'll give you a neck massage when we get out of this. I promise.
It does. He just is so happy that it will add at least a 1d4 to an attack that he does again.
Anything,
with
any ability check.
Not necessarily that, but just with a moose antler.
Oh, the moose antlers. All right.
Yes, with the moose antler facepalm attack that he is now getting used to using.
I like it a lot.
It's not much, but it matters. And if he has to carry it around in his weak, long, elfin neck, at least it should be worth something.
You can do it. I believe in you. and
Oh.
I repaint Leilani and Dax's horns. Sorry, but we gotta look thematic. And then I think we're ready to go.
Okay, all right. So how are you going? You guys are dressed up. Who's going with you? How many orcs are you bringing, Chewbacca style?
I mean, I'll ask Una which the people she thinks are
Well, Chewbacca
the
style.
best suited. Yeah, the best suited for this kind of
How about we pick?
sneaky.
How about we pick a few of them that are biggest, strongest, angriest, meanest, most slavering.
That would literally be
Yours.
Sylph's brothers.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Ooh. Yeah, I like that. Yeah, we like it. I like that. We'll bring all of Syl's relatives.
Beautiful.
The whole party.
The
I
whole
mean,
party.
I nod my weighted moose head.
Una, isn't that's a good idea, right? You guys are the best out of the whole clan.
It is our clan.
So,
You
I
guys
mean,
didn't hate Sylv, right?
No, we never got to meet her.
well, but they're going in for the short bow anyway. So this way, if one of you gets to the short bow, then you'll know what it looks like and you'll know what to do with it. So
Of course.
it makes sense.
Yes.
It's a long.
Great.
It's a long bow.
It's a longbow, though,
Yeah.
but I understand what you meant.
The bow. I don't know. I don't do arrows.
I don't
There's
do
the short bow,
arrows.
which are shorter, and there's the long bow, which are longer.
Yeah, but I feel like with short bows and long bows, I would be able to tell them apart when I was looking at them side by side because you can see which one is shorter. But I'm not aware of the actual dimensions of a short bow. So if I saw a bow by itself, I wouldn't necessarily be able to tell you if it was long or short.
Wow.
Because that dwarf guy who was supposed to be a dwarf was actually taller than me. So I don't.
You're kind of small for a human, to be fair.
Also, just an aside, that dwarf was taller than me in real life. So, anyway.
He was a tall dwarf.
And I am a short human. Crossplane. I think we're ready. I don't think. I hug Hatch.
Well-
I hug Dax. I hug Una. Because I can't hug
Liquoron.
Sylv.
Please
She
take
does
small.
this.
Please take small human away, please.
I hug her tighter.
Oh,
It's what-
okay.
It was nice knowing you all.
I hug Leilani. And I say, I know you think I'm weird, and that's okay. But I really appreciate that you're coming to help us get our friend back.
Well, yeah, I like your friend.
She's great, isn't she?
I mean, you're all right too. You're not
I am
that
weird,
weird.
though.
You're
I'm
not.
pretty weird.
I guess you're pretty weird, but you're still okay.
I know. Thank you. I appreciate that. And I hug her again. Okay, we're doing this. We gotta go. We gotta go. I'm gonna start crying. I put my
Come on.
Oh my god! I put my mask on.
From the background, I give a thumbs up to Leilani, like good job, kid. Keep it up.
Aw. I put my mask on.
She kind of rolls her eyes.
And
She smiles a
settle
little, but she
in.
rolls her eyes. Let me remember to get her character sheet out as well.
And we begin walking towards the thing, all slow, like the monks with the boards in Monty Python. T-A-S-U Domine, Donna Est Requiem, and then we hit ourselves in the head with boards. No, we
Yes.
don't do that.
All right, so Una is Una bound as well, Chewbacca style?
Yes,
Okay.
they're all bound, and at this point, I shut up because Sarowyn wants to make no charisma checks.
Okay. All right, so you guys start walking into Vilious Tor. Tomas gave you rough directions, go down the center of the street and you'll eventually you'll come across the old temple and blah, he gives you directions basically is what I'm trying to say here. How many siblings are we bringing with you, Una?
brew.
I forgot I was muted. Anyways, so it'll just be the boys and Una. Maru will stay with her scouting party on the outside.
Okay. Oh, that is the wrong. That is not the screen I want to be on.
So 3 buff orc boys.
3 buff orc boys.
1 buff orc lady.
So Maru is what? She's scouting?
Yeah, she stays with the scouting party. So not the orcs that are going like waiting for the signal.
Okay.
That's her job.
Okay, and they're currently unarmed, right? Because you're
Yes.
Yes.
Yep.
Okay.
No weapons.
All right. So mid-morning, you guys enter the center of Vilious Tor, and I should have you moved down. You're in the lower right-hand corner of the city, of the map.
Ooh, and Tijuana's in his pocket plane.
Okay. And if you guys want to arrange yourselves like however you would like in some sort of marching order, and if you'd like to put the orcs in some sort of different something, you can absolutely do that.
I would say that the orcs should be basically pushing first, as they are our slaves. And Dex, do you want to be the slave driver?
If you want me to.
You should be. Should be.
So I'm in front of them?
No, behind them. You should be driving them, telling them what to do. And they are absolutely, submissive to your commands.
I don't think that's really going to work, but
they're gonna listen to you, but they're not actual slaves.
No, but this is just obviously.
I mean, even though they're acting, they're not gonna be 100% about this.
I'm glad we're working this out now, which doesn't really exist, but that's the point, is like perception.
Yes.
I mean, I'm not gonna be the big tough.
I mean, there should be someone up at the front. You shouldn't walk in slaves first.
Okay, go ahead.
That looks terrible. Well, no, it should be you.
You need to be.
You should be in the front.
You're leader boy.
I'm not leader boy. I'm literally the what is it?
You're the leader of this group. You're the highest member of the cult.
Oh my god. You guys are just trying to twist and torque me into this position.
That's why you have the moose antlers, man. You're in charge.
So, in an entire world and group of a bunch of like murderous
you're a drow.
They're gonna respect the guy at the drow with the moose antlers.
Just think, you to get to the head of this cult, you would have
to do some scary shit.
Most vile motherfucker. You gotta be so vicious.
And drow love that.
Or you're fucking rich.
I see what you guys are talking about.
Right? You're the most badass guy in this group.
No,
You're the most cunning. How about that? I'm just a big old meat man with horns on my head. You're like an elf. They expect you to be smart and pretty and talented and good at everything.
I'm a tiny poor human. I'm in your thrall.
Yeah, I'm reaching for my crowbar. It's time to do this.
Mondo.
Like for once, Channel
can't
crowbar
control
guy.
the orcs.
Huh?
Yeah.
I still can't control the orcs.
Oh, let me give you some control of the orcs.
Thank you.
I mean, I have been around long enough to realize, like, when somebody leaves away, for example, one of your pets, they die like real quick.
Yeah, but we're not going into a fight. We're going into you're giving them the slaves.
Also, we're still walking up, right? When are we going to start our signal to attack?
When we have Sylv or the Shadowman is dead.
Yeah, we got
only
way
then.
far to go.
Okay.
Which is another question.
Or when it seems like a good idea.
The Shadowman's going to have guards all over him.
Well, yeah, I mean, either we
without causing a distraction first.
I don't know. We'll see what our leader says.
Rue, see if you can move all of the orcs. I think you should.
Let me see. Nope. Oh wait, no, never mind. Yeah, I got it.
Make sure you can move the other two.
Yeah,
right,
we're good.
Cool. Okay.
Cool.
Okay. So as you guys are walking through the city, and like you can see, it's pretty ruined and stuff. There's like all sorts of like knockdown walls and shit, and like some of these walls are very short. Like everywhere where you see a wall is a wall, but it's some of them are shorter than others. So you can see like over them, maybe like a foot high or whatever. Sarah, when you hear like something kind of scurrying around, I'd say it sounds like some sort of like dog, like kind of like running in the running somewhere in the ruins.
Have we seen any guards, or do we see any guards around?
You have
Vilious
not.
door?
You're probably still about at least a mile from the temple at the moment.
Okay. I'll touch Hatch again, cast guidance, and I'll say, my evil sire, I hear something nearby. We might do well to find an escort soon.
And I would also like you all to roll initiative. Let's just get that out of the way.
Oh, roll this for Miss Una. Oh, damn. Orcish about to do it. Una and Leilani on a very good streak.
Yeah.
Nat 20's all the way. Oh, it was the orcs that got the nat 20? Never mind. Fucking orcs about to do it.
Serwin, what did you mean by an escort exactly?
Well, we know that the gnolls only attack people who aren't being escorted by guards of the Prolium.
Okay. So
if we see a guard, then if we can get them to help us get through, that would be good. So
should I dance and prance with my antlers? Or is there a way to attract the guards?
I don't know.
Okay, so then I will dance and prance for the sake of this group.
You're dancing and prancing?
Not yet. Just conversationally understanding what we need to do.
Okay. Just give me a second to finish rolling my initiatives here.
Dex, what's the 16.1?
That's a lot of initiatives, Motto. I'm not a fan of that.
Yeah.
Motto.
It accounts for your dexterity.
Oh.
Yeah, it breaks ties. So if like two of you had the same roll, like whoever had the dex would have the higher dex would have the thing.
Gotcha.
BRB real quick.
Mm-hmm.
BRB.
Okay, so once everybody's back, I'll go ahead and I'll tell you what happens. And then I'll tell you what happens. And I'll adjust the map a little bit for the stream so we can see more of it.
Back.
Okay. I think we're just waiting for Rue to come back now.
I'm back.
Okay. All right, so Hatch, you start dancing. As you start dancing, you guys see one hyena come from around a corner, like running. I don't know if you can see him there.
No.
I should probably put him a little. You know what I'm gonna do? Hang on. Let me turn off Fog of War. Fog of War is on, and sometimes it's gonna come in handy, and other times it's not. So let me turn that off. And then maybe refresh your screens. Let me see if that would work. It should. Or I suppose I could just move you off the, I could just move you guys back and away. No, Fog of War is still on. Why is Fog of War still on?
It's off on my screen.
Is it?
Yeah, it's off on my screen.
It's still on my screen. I don't know why. All right, but can you see
So
that
you
hyena
guys
that
can
came
see-
around the corner?
You guys can see the whole map?
No, he still has dynamic lighting on.
Yeah,
Okay.
but you should be able to see everywhere that you should be able to see. All right, let me do this as well then. All right, hang on. Man, damn it, Mondo, get it together. There we go.
Oh, okay. I see hyena now.
Yeah, now you should be able to see the hyena.
I do not, but that's okay. I trust that he's there. He's like behind the wall.
I reloaded the screen, which I probably shouldn't have.
I just see a big picture of
Exactly.
Thor.
Yeah, that's what I see too.
You can click out of it.
You see a big picture of Vilious tour. Oh yeah, click out of it.
I'm clicking.
You should be in like the ruins, the map with the ruins, yeah?
No, it switched us over to just a picture of the city.
Yeah.
Okay, now it's back.
Okay. Martin, you good?
Yeah, I just reloaded real quick. Perfect. Yep.
Okay. All right. So that hyena comes from around the corner, and you hear like a lot of like other like movement like amongst the ruins, and you hear like a "Aroo!" like come from like a little further back in the city. And I mean, they didn't surprise you because Sarowyn was able to hear them. Their stealth was not as good as Sarowyn's passive perception. So we're going to start with the orc boys, your brothers, and that they are faux chained. So it's up to you whether or not you want them to just kind of stand back, or if you want them to try like grabbing at folks.
Yeah. They're gonna glance amongst themselves, not sure what to do, and then look at Una and she kind of just like shies them away from doing anything and like motions for them just keep still.
Okay.
So they're not gonna do nothing.
What about Una?
Una's gonna do something though.
Okay.
Una is gonna move right. Where's Una gonna move?
And you can hear like hyena yippings and stuff as you're moving.
Yeah. Una's gonna move here. So Una can get a good look on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 hyenas.
Well, some of those. This guy here is a hyena. These other guys are like walking. These guys here are like walking hyenas.
Hyenas. Those are gnolls. Do they look like when she steps out? Do they look like they are going to fight?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
They look like
okay.
They're
Cool.
hungry.
She's taking a.
They're drooling and they're like yep, whatever noise hyenas make.
Yeah, she's gonna pull out her longbow and take a shot at this one.
Okay. This one here?
Oh fuck, it's not gonna matter. That one is who she shot at.
Okay.
She's still got some chains on her hands.
Oh yeah, what's that look like?
Oh fuck. She goes to like grab her bow off of her back, and it like she forgot to unhook one of the chains around her wrist, and it just like she has this moment where her hands don't pull far enough apart for her to reach, and she just goes snap and breaks the chain in half, and then kind of stands there and looks at it.
Okay.
She didn't even get the bow out. She's just like, what the fuck?
Okay.
Nice.
Okay, Leilani is going to run up here, and she's going to see this guy up here. She's going to chuck a dagger at him. And she misses. She's like, it's a good thing that's not my favorite dagger. And like the hyenas are just laughing and One of the gnolls shouts something in a language I don't think anyone understands. Does anyone speak gnoll?
No.
Yeah, from in the distance, like one of them is like yelling something in gnoll. It's like.
Listen, Sarah, when you'll never have every language.
I mean, I could get a helmet. I just gotta find it. There's a helmet of comprehend languages. I'll get there one day.
Okay. Dax.
We'll move 30 feet. Right there. And then, yeah, I see that boy. I'll bonus action, Shield of Faith. And then I'll ready my action in case one of them gets in range of me. I'll smack them a little bit.
Okay.
Yeah, same thing. I'll ready my action. I'll move up here. And I'll ready my action. Can I ready my action with a spell?
Yeah, just tell me what your trigger is going to be. Like, you would basically start casting the spell, and then, like, when something happens, like, you would kind of just release it.
Yeah, so I'll... anybody comes in range, I will Fairy Fire.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Because I really hope it works once in a while.
Okay, from up on a rooftop, like maybe about like 10, 15. Just bust out the ruler here. Like about 70 feet away, someone shoots an arrow at Leilani. Missing her. And
Okay, hyenas. What are you doing, hyena? Why did you roll that? What's that? What are you doing? What did I just roll a 2 on? Did I have anyone selected? No. Okay, good. All right. Oh,
You're freaking out, Mondo.
I know. I've got too many damn windows open, and everything just wants to be slow. Come here, hyena. Here, buddy. Here, buddy. Oh, I still have the ruler on. That's my problem. Okay. Yeah. That'll do it every time. Okay, this hyena boy runs up and tries to bite Leilani. He misses. Another hyena comes out from here. And he is going to, he's going to dash at, he does like, he rounds that corner, he's going to dash at at Una. He does not get an attack. He just like kind of runs right up there. And he's there.
What a dick.
Sarwin.
Okay, I'm gonna run up to Hatch and I'm gonna whisper to him. Listen, if you want to try and like convince these guys that we're just trying to get to the Shadow Man and that we've got, whatever, I can make it so that you can talk to them. It's up to you. We can kill them and keep going, or you could try to, hey, we're here. It's up to you.
I respond. Are we talking to hyenas?
No, there's the gnolls, the big, the walkie ones. They talk. They serve
Where?
the Shadow Man. Well,
I
I
understand.
heard one.
Where are they?
They're behind the other building. That guy.
What is that? Where is that? Oh, well, I didn't know he was there.
Yeah, there's another one.
No, that's okay.
There's another one to the north. Yeah.
I heard them. Yeah, I heard them speaking. I can't understand what they're saying, but I can make it that you can be understood when you speak to them, at least.
Okay.
If you want.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Okay. So I cast tongues on him.
Okay.
So he can understand and speak any language for an hour.
All right. Okay, so you can understand them now. And as this guy comes running around the corner, he's yelling in Gnoll. He's just like, "Yes, we get to eat!" And he runs up on Leilani, and he's gonna try and stab her with his spear. And he hits her with the spear for 4 points of piercing damage. This other guy comes running up on Dax, so Dax, you get to smack him.
Okay.
So I am now understanding what they're saying.
Yeah. And this guy was like, "We get to eat." This guy's like, "Yes, we do." Ow!
You can understand anything anybody says, and anything you say can be understood by anything else.
Okay.
All right, that guy takes 9 points of bludgeoning damage from your hammer, and he's going to try and stab you with his spear. He does not. And you can hear more of them moving in the around the ruins, like, and they're yipping. And Hatch, you hear them saying, "Yes, dinner time, dinner time, yippee."
Okay.
Come here. Come here. The others are dashing, but they're not going to be able to reach you guys at the moment. So it's going to be your brother's turn, Una, as these other guys are like kind of running up.
Okay. Yeah, it would be time for the boys to approach. So
I thought Siren was trying to calm down the situation.
I only said that to you. It's up to you.
yeah, you're the
Yeah,
one
never
that's
mind.
trying to calm down the situation. Also, they're
I'm
still
working.
trying. Can they, as a unit, try to intimidate the gnoll?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, yeah, that's what they're gonna do.
How are they going to intimidate? And you can roll, and they have advantage.
Oh, well, they're just big hulking dudes. All they're gonna do is just stand there and like make direct eye contact with the gnoll and just glare at him.
Okay.
More specifically, not the glare, not like a glare. It's like that stare down, that like cowboys in front of the setting sun kind of stare down with this gnoll.
Okay.
Go down at the OK Corral.
Yeah.
Give me an intimidation check on that.
Whose stats do you want me to use? Just Una's?
No, the orcs.
Do I have their sheets?
You should have their sheets.
Where are they?
It should be in the. It should be in the. It should be in the journal. Let me make sure I gave you. Yeah, it should be in your.
Yeah, because so all I have is it under the characters tab? Because all I have is my normal kids.
Let me find them, and then I'll just move them
Okay.
to a different. Okay, I'm gonna move them to the top of the journal. They were in one of the other folders. They should be at the top
there
of the
they are.
journal now. Yep. Okay.
Yep. Okay. Intimidation.
Yeah, it's a pretty good intimidate roll. So they're staring down this gnoll. Oh my god! And he's just like, he like pisses himself, and he kind of like cowers. He's probably gonna try to run away like when he gets a chance. You get that sense from him. Una.
Yeah. She is going to forgo the bow and reach out. This is a hyena, an actual hyena.
Yeah, the boy on you is an actual hyena.
Yeah. She is also going to try an intimidation check on that. She's gonna grab it by its throat and lift it off the ground.
Okay, give me an intimidation.
And growl at it.
Okay.
Oh, that was so. Thank God.
He's like it seems a little intimidated, but not intimidated enough to run away. But he is intimidated. He's gonna have disadvantage on his next attack on you.
Nice.
Okay. Leilani is going to rapier the gnoll in front of her twice. Missing and missing. And she's going to use her tail dagger on the hyena. And I think that actually does hit the regular hyena. It does. And she kills him. Dax, what does it look like when your daughter kills that hyena?
So she's stabbing at the gnoll in front of her, and she's just like gives a grunt of like being upset that she's not hitting him, and then like she's not even looking as her tail whips around and just slits this hyena's throat.
Awesome. Okay, you guys hear like that deeper Noli voice. He's like, "Eat dinner time, Hatch is what I said. Dinner time. I didn't use your name, but you can understand the words I'm saying." And he's gonna dash out, and he's gonna make it about here. And this is where he'd be. He's like a bigger, meaner looking
Knoll. He seems like pretty mean looking, and he's just yelling dinner time, dinner time. The others are just like snapping and giggling or whatever it is hyenas do. Dax.
This guy in front of me is spooked, right?
Yeah, he is spooked.
Okay, I'll move up here
Mm-hmm.
in between them and whack this guy next to Leilani twice.
Okay. Oh yeah, that definitely
We'll divine smite that second level, so 68.
Damn. Man, I don't even need to say it. Like, just tell me what that looks like.
Oh, he gets the
points of damage.
he gets the full dusting effect.
Okay.
It like turns and like mixes in with like all the soot and ruins and rubble underneath us. And I'm ignoring the guy behind me. I'm just staring this buddy boy down over here now. Leader guy.
Okay.
With my mask on and everything.
Hatch.
So I'm going to. So I'm gonna move up a little bit, and
if you guys can hear that, that's that one Knoll taking a leak because he's intimidated.
So this Knoll here, what's his deal?
He appears to be the leader. He's bigger and meaner looking, and he seems to be the one that keeps like yelling in the deeper voice.
I'm gonna hit him with a suggestion.
Okay.
And I'm gonna basically say, in my suggestion, stand down, pull all your little sewer rats back, because we're here for business. Unless you want to die, stand down.
Okay, what's he got to try to beat?
14 DC. I fucking hate this game.
He's like, no escort, no
Wait,
escort.
Hold on. I get an extra D4 from.
No, it's only ability check. But does he get like advantage because he's speaking Knoll?
The advantage wouldn't help him at all.
But I mean,
what if like disadvantage because we've been fucking up their dudes real hard actually.
Yeah.
I should have like asked to intimidate or some other shit, which was an ability check. Instead, never mind.
That's all right. We live and learn.
We're all gonna die. We're all gonna die. Love you all.
We're all gonna die. It's gonna be fine. These guys are pissing poor. They're going down like fucking dominoes.
No, goodbye. We're all gonna die.
He's like, no escort. You are dinner.
Motherfucker.
It's all right. It's all right. Shake it off, man. Shake it off.
Yeah, it's gonna be. Yeah. It's all gonna be all right. All right. Another arrow comes. Comes flying out, this time at Dax.
That'll miss.
Misses you.
It plinks off like an invisible barrier.
Nice. And this hyena, like, who's a little intimidated of Una, is going to try to bite Una. He does not, because he has disadvantage. Sarowin.
Okay. Okay. I'm just gonna come up here, and I'm going to stab at. From Hell's Heart, I stab at thee for the guy.
Yeah, that from Hell's Heart, you hit him.
Pew! That's the sound of my spear.
What does that look like? Oh,
he died?
Yeah. Yeah, hyenas don't have a lot of hit points.
Little baby hyenas.
Yeah, he's just
baby. Oh no, I feel bad.
Oh no, he wouldn't have.
Yeah.
Baby.
No, she feels bad. So she like stabs it, thinking, yeah, it's a big hardy guy. It's just gonna hurt it a little. But then she like skewers him, and she looks kind of sad.
Aw.
It's just a little guy. That's my turn.
Okay. Okay, the gnolls are going to go now. This gnoll here, the one who was intimidated and very, very frightened, he is going to he's going to try and haul off and like run away. So anyone around him has got opportunity attack potential here.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, no, 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 no. He, 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 he.
The boys won't do anything.
That misses him.
Oi.
And he's going to continue to he's going to come on, run, dick. He runs past his like buddies, and they're just like, "Where are you going?" Hatch understood it.
Yep.
Okay, this guy comes down here, wondering why his buddy ran away, and he's going to try to stab Dax with his spear. Missing. This other guy comes running around the well, and he's going to try and stab Hatch with his spear. And I believe he hits you, Hatch, for 4 points of piercing damage.
Yep.
And that's that guy that ran away. This guy is still dashing towards the scene. Oh, no, that's the guy that ran away. So this guy is dashing towards the scene. And he's going to pop out here. He dashed. Well, he's going to stop about there because he didn't know those orcs were behind that wall. He's just like, wow! And it will be the orcs' turn. Your brothers.
Alrighty then. They are going to... So there's 2 hyenas now in front of them?
2 gnolls, yeah.
2 gnolls. Fuck it. As a group, they're gonna try and intimidate this next gnoll.
Okay.
Roll another intimidation. Maybe.
Are they doing the same thing, just kind of staring him down?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
They're just really good at that one thing.
They are pretty good at, yeah, they're pretty good at that. So, like, yeah, he came running out and he saw the orcs and they kind of stare at him, like, you know, intimidatingly. And he's just kind of like, his little doggy paws are like kind of just like skidding the dirt, and he just looks like he wants to turn around and run the other way.
Yeah, he knows better. He's like, he sees this situation, he's like, ooh, never mind.
Hatch, you hear him say, "Oh, I didn't see that coming." Una.
Alrighty, my lady. T is gonna come up here, and she is going to take, I think she's got a mace or a morning star. Let me see. She has a morning star. So she's going to take that and just oh, actually, no, sorry. She is a warhammer. She's going to take her warhammer across this gnoll's face.
Okay. Yeah, that hits him.
For 10 bludgeoning.
One of his gnolly teeth goes soaring away. Okay. Bethany is going to
I'm going to tap her shoulder and then point at the biggin.
Yeah, that's where she's going. She's like, "I know, Dad." Ugh.
Oh my god, Chad would never do that to me. That's why I love Chad, not you, Dad.
Oh,
So
she hits
Twilight
twice
right
with the
now.
rapier. And she misses with the tail dagger, but that's all right, man. That's some pretty solid damage. She does 21 points of damage to this guy.
Oh, she does casual 21 points of damage?
Yeah, it's pretty casual.
It only takes me 2 episodes, 2 sessions to do 21 points of damage. About a month.
Well, she's a pretty good NPC that I didn't plan on sticking around this long. But you guys have
I
endeared
appreciate
her to your
it.
cause.
I appreciate it.
You dissonant whispered that priest person real good.
Yeah, man. You've done some pretty cool shit.
Once, probably 6 months ago.
Okay, so after she does that, he is going to he whips out his glaive and he's going to try and glaive her. I do not believe that hits her. It does not.
Glaive her.
Glaive her.
Glaive it up.
And that will be his. Oh no! Wait, no. He makes 2 attacks with his glaive. I'm sorry, buddy. You go again. No, just that one time. But that does hit her that one time. For 5 slashing. And she will probably now do her Hellish Rebuke.
Rebuke.
Yep. Did I not click submit? There we go. So he hits her with the glaive and fire shoots from her horns. And that's the wrong save. Dude. And he takes half of that damage. And he seems pretty impressed with her. He's just like, yes, you'll taste very good.
He is pretty impressive.
Hatch understood that. Dax, he was just like, yes. But it is your turn.
We'll roll up next to her. We'll take both attacks of opportunity if they're not spooked enough that they can still try and hit me.
That one guy is going to try to opportunity attack you. That other guy is definitely too spooked. He rolled mad low. He's his feet are just kind of doing that Scooby-Doo thing where he's about to try to get out of there. The other guy misses you with his spear though.
Okay.
And you're up on this guy.
And we'll try and swing at this guy once.
Nice.
Yeah, that hits him for 5.
We'll Divine Smite it. Well, no, we won't. Hold up. Let's try and hit him again.
Okay.
Nope.
Yeah, that one misses.
All right. That's our turn.
Okay. All right, Hatch.
Yeah, so so Hatch is this is insignificant. There's a chance to do something, to make a difference. And he runs this way, accepting the opportunity.
Okay.
Hit me.
He hits you.
Oh, God damn it.
For 3 piercing.
Okay. And in mid-stride, unleashes his Lied blade with the green flame blade, and that's not what I meant to do. Sorry.
No worries.
Nope.
Which guy were you trying to hit with the green flame blade?
One right in front.
You hit him. You've got advantage because he's intimidated. He's currently scrambling to get away. So I'll say you hit him.
Oh, thank you. Oh, wow.
Yeah, so that's 11 on him, and then
3 to the next guy next to him.
All right,
So
yeah.
8 to the target, and then three next to him.
There's green flame flying around, he yelps, making him wanting to run faster.
I mean, it's a short sword, so it's really not much, but it does look really cool.
Okay. All right, from the rooftop, an arrow comes sailing out at.
I'm dead.
No, he doesn't have a good. I don't think he's got a good shot on you where you are. Una comes sailing out at Una. Does that hit you, Una? No, it does not. Yeah, arrow goes sailing right past your half orc head, your orc head. I'm sorry, full on orc.
What kind of armor is she sporting?
Rue, what kind of armor are you sporting? While we're waiting for her to respond, Sarwin.
Okay. I'll go up here and I'll stab at the one in front of Hatch.
Okay, yeah, he's still scrambling away now. He's got green flame on his butt. You've got advantage on him.
Oh, right. Cool. Great.
You don't stab him in the butt, but like he's just like
I'm like hurrying him along. You know, get out. Go on, scat.
Hatch, like the noises he makes, he's like, I gotta get out of here. Okay, he is now going to start running away. So both anyone within melee range of him can make an opportunity attack on him as you wish, as he's trying to run away from you guys.
Okay.
That misses him. Sarwin. That misses him. No, wait. Oh, Sarwin, roll one more time. You have advantage on him. And Hatch, you did hit him.
I mean,
okay, so you stab him in the butt. Oh no, that was your roll. I'm sorry, I thought that was your damage. Yeah, so you missed him, Sarwin. But Hatch, you did hit him for 5 points of piercing damage, and he's like, "Ow!"
Epic.
Are your brothers gonna do anything, Una? Rue, are you with us?
No, she's
are
probably
you
making.
muted again, Rue?
She's probably making the ramen.
Oh, is she making ramen?
I don't know. I'm just guessing.
Oh.
I'm not sure.
Okay, I'm going to guess that since they didn't do anything before, I'm going to guess that they're not doing anything now. I will let her, when she comes back, she can tell me if that was like the case or not.
Yeah, that's why Moose Antlered Hatch had to come save them.
You still haven't stabbed them with your antlers, dude. You need to do that right now.
Yes. Don't be such a paladin.
Okay.
Don't tell me what to do.
All right, so he runs off over there. This other one is going to try to. He's going to try and spear Sarwin. And he's just like, spears! I like spears! Hatch understood that. And he hits you for 4 points of piercing damage from the spear. What are these guys rolling? These guys are rolling shitty.
Oh, that's good.
No, that is good. That's good. I don't want them to kill you guys or nothing.
Because I'm pretty sure the last session or two, I got one shot multiple times. Anyway, sorry. I had to get the grievance out.
Okay. The orcs, since technically they're NPCs, I'm going to say that they're going to try that other that thing they did before, and they're going to try and like move up like they're going to move up around this guy sort of, and try to intimidate. So let me pull up there because that seems to be working for them. So. She rolls so much better than I do with that intimidate. Yeah, this guy's not as intimidated. He's too busy. He's like looking at Sarwin's spear. He's like, I want that spear. And we'll see what Una does perhaps when she comes back. Rue? All right, Leilani. We'll skip Una for a moment. Come on. Oh, I went too far. All right. Well, Leilani is going to. She kind of like slaps Dax's hand like a tag team kind of move.
Okay.
And she's going with the rapier. She hits him once with the rapier, and she misses with the tail dagger. But she did hit him once with the rapier for 9 points of damage. He seems to be really. He's like, "It's not fair," is what Hatch hears him say. And it is going to be his turn.
What does it sound like without the translation? Is it... Speaking of which, one of the best episodes was the Argleberg. That was Argleberg. That was almost a year ago or some shit. That was amazing.
That was like back in like April or May. Yeah,
that was back.
Yeah.
Okay. He's not messing around anymore. He's wielding that spear two-handed now. And he is going to... First, he's going to try to stab Leilani. And I think that misses her. It does. No, that hits her. He hits her. For 4 points of piercing damage. And then he swings around. He does like a little spin, like a Kevin Bacon Footloose kind of spin. And tries to stab... Dax, but he misses. And it will be Dax's turn.
Dax is not impressed and is going to try and fast whack this guy 2 more times.
That second one definitely hits him.
We'll Divine Smite that second one,
Okay.
first level.
Nice.
No.
Huh. All right, so so he's like, everybody cut Footloose or whatever it was he was doing, and then like you smack him with that second one. What's that look like?
He's definitely aiming for the chest on this one, and there's definitely a radiant light, but his body's still intact.
Okay.
All his ribs are crushed, though.
Nice.
Every single one of them.
Are you gonna do anything else?
I'm probably just gonna turn around to the rest of these gnolls and just like give out a guttural yell a little bit.
Okay. Hatch. You got this one boy here snarling and biting, and he just wants Sarwin's spear.
Yeah, so out of just like I've heard the call of the wild from our paladin friend, and I will. You know what? Screw magic. I'm gonna straight up lead blade and a short sword.
Oh yeah, that hits him once. Lead Blade hits him. And he takes 5 points of piercing damage.
Well, not with a crit? The +5? No?
No, he's you don't have the advantage on him. He wasn't intimidated.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah, gotcha. So I heroically do 7 points of damage. Just straight up, just right to the I would say gut, but not really, but right to the
He's like, ow!
left side.
Stop stabbing me! I want the spear! I don't know if he's gonna feel that way in another moment. Let me give them their
right.
Their leader is come here. Oh yeah. No arrow comes flying off of the roof. You do hear like a yip 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 yip. As like somebody runs away.
So
this guy's just hauling ass. He doesn't want no part of this. I wasn't trying to turn on the lights for him either. Sarowin.
Hey. I'll just, I guess, stab the guy in front of me.
Okay. Yeah, stab him. He wants that spear.
I'm gonna
He's trying to grab
I'm gonna
it.
stab him.
Yeah, he tries to
Oh,
grab
is he?
it as you're
He's trying to grab it?
Yeah, he wants your spear.
So he's not trying to like defend. So maybe I'd get an advantage.
You know what? I'll give you that. He's trying to grab
Yeah.
it. Sure, go ahead.
Needle every little thing you can. Fuck yeah.
It's a good thing. Okay, that hits him.
3 damage.
For 3 points of piercing damage.
3 whole damage.
Big money.
Big money damage. I do good with my Odin spear. Pew, pew, pew.
I'm going to give him advantage on his wisdom check because he's enamored by your spear. Yeah, he didn't even notice like his boss like go down. He's just like, you know, he's all about getting that spear for himself. The other one is going to he's going to roll his wisdom here. And he's going to try to bite Una. And he does not. Sylv's brothers kind of press up on this guy, trying to intimidate him again, because why not? They're good at that. And he notices them pressing in around him, and he's just like, do I want the spear this bad? I kind of do. And Una, are you back with us? What was she using? She was using a warhammer on this guy. I'm gonna take over for Una for a second, and I'm gonna try and warhammer this guy. She hits him once for 6 points of bludgeoning damage. She hits him
1,000,000 damage.
and then she misses him the second time for 1,000,000 damage. That second time, the one that she missed with. And he takes 6 points of damage, and he's not a happy camper. Leilani is going to she's going to jump up on the well here. She's going to come over here and she's going to try and stab that boy from behind. She hits him with the rapier. He takes 6 points of damage. What does it look like when she kills him, Dax?
She just parkour steps up onto the well and then just dives the spear down through his throat.
Nice.
Okay. And then she's going to keep going. That was 10 feet. And she's going to come up over here to back up Sarowin and Hatch. That guy's dead. Dax.
Let's see. Can we get up right there to this knoll?
Yeah, you can squeeze past that orc.
Okay. Well, I would if it needs to be difficult terrain or whatever, I would still have like enough movement, I think, to get there at least.
Yeah, because you could come up through. You could come up through here. Yeah, you got it. You got it.
Okay. And then I'll whack this guy.
Okay. Yeah, that hits him. That hits him twice. What does that look like when you take this guy
out? This one is like straight into his back. Probably like break it a little bit. He probably gives like a final howl, and then he falls over in front of Sarowin, real dead.
Okay.
The deadest.
Like a boss.
At least 3 dead.
I'll put my spear away, and I'll real fast make a show of like, oh, Lempo will reward your efforts to help us, and I go and make sure all the chains are back on all the orcs.
Okay.
Say,
Yeah, I'm
sorry,
not too
sorry,
worried.
sorry,
I'm not
sorry.
too worried anymore. I mean, if this whole place is such a absolute, like, pit fighting situation, like, this is crazy. I mean,
Well, I think we're still in the ruins of the town. We're trying to get to the Colosseum still.
I know. Good point. Good point.
Do we got any short swords, long swords, any swords on us? I want to cut a couple of these gnolls' heads off.
No.
Oh.
Yeah, I mean, you guys, Leilani's got her rapier. Hatch has got his like swords. Yeah.
Yeah, a big boy over here and other two boys that we didn't completely annihilate.
Okay. Yeah, you collect some grisly trophies.
Yep.
Mm.
I'll hold two of them in one hand and then the big boy in the other hand, and I'll tell to the group that we should carry these along and then toss them in front of us when we get to the Coliseum to be like, what the hell, bros? And also to show that we mean business.
Okay. We mean business.
Yeah. Also, so I can get my spells back, long rest for an hour would be fantastic.
I don't know. Is that possible?
I mean,
it's
the
possible
sending
that
stone
it could be interrupted, but I mean, you could definitely,
Yeah.
you could definitely attempt to take a long rest here.
I'll take the spears gathered from these gnolls
Mm-hmm.
and slam the heads down on three of them and then position them strategically around this area so that we could rest up a little bit.
Okay.
He is, as I say, I think he's part orc himself.
No, I've just fought enough of them to know how they work.
You are a battle master, aren't you?
I've seen my fair share.
Makes sense.
In the distance, you hear like. Hatch, you understand them as saying like, holy shit, they got Frank. Leave those fuckers alone.
Yeah. And I blurt out in reaction, they got Frank, and they're pissed, but not really that important. How far? Can I roll perception to see how far that is away? Like how
Yeah, sure.
Can I tell the distance of those voices or those echoes?
Yeah. Give me a perception check.
Yes. No.
Did you roll it?
Oh, sorry.
Oh.
I think I turned it. Sorry. My hand brushed the controller and turned the volume down. Sorry.
No worries.
So what roll do you want?
Perception. Yeah, they're at least like 200 yards away.
Okay. And it sounds like the same tone, the same voices of the I don't even think what you call them, the hyenas or whatnot.
Yeah.
The Knolls.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The
yeah.
Knolls. Sorry. The
Yeah,
Knolls.
and they were speaking Knoll. Like you understood them. Like everybody else just
Gotcha.
heard that like weird like yipping laughy sound.
So I literally turned to Dex and say, "Do we need to like get out of here, or what should we do?"
No, you guys.
Well, like I was saying, I hope we could wait for an hour, and yeah,
An hour?
yeah, we've got a little bit of
That's not
time.
gonna happen.
Why not? Don't tell me you're afraid of them. We just wrecked them.
You know, Hatch, they definitely sounded like they weren't going to fuck with you guys. Like, you guys have an hour to rest.
Sorry, you broke up?
It sounds to you like based on their reaction that if you guys wanted to rest for an hour, you'd be able to do that.
Really?
Yeah.
So, 200 yards away? Ish. Okay.
Yeah, well, I mean, they were saying, like, you know, let's not fuck with those guys. Like, you know, they killed Frank, yeah.
Okay. Well... Okay.
And as long as you guys, like, post watch and stuff, like, you know, just, like, you know, you should be able to hear them coming. You know, you'd expect them, so...
Okay. I want us to be on our A game, and we used a couple spells there.
We did. Okay, sounds good.
Leilani uses a hit die to get back some of them hit points she lost. And
I will, while we're resting, I'll do a quick little tiny hut ritual just to make sure that no stray arrows can get at us while we're having our short rest.
All right, cool. And while you guys are having a short rest, why don't we take a 5-minute break and see if Rue comes back to us? And if anyone needs to get up and stretch or get coffee or whatever.
Okay.
And I'll be right back. Where's your cookie? Eat it.
Mondo said Roo.
We are back.
Yes, I'm back as well. Rue, are you still gone? Where could Rue be? This poor Knowles never had a chance.
So, are you expecting us to be able to get done with our plan by tonight?
I'm expecting you definitely to get in there.
Okay.
We'll have to see how it goes. Like I was saying before, I mean, I really, I took a couple of days like trying to figure out how to best prepare for this, and I just decided I just put pieces in place and just like see how it goes.
Right. Right.
It was like every time I tried to like come up with like scenarios and stuff, I was like, I have no idea if things will even go that way. It's like I was just like, I think I'm just better off just putting guys in place and
see what happens.
Yep.
Right. This went from a simple snatch and grab of our buddy to taking down this whole operation.
Yeah. Yeah. Plus, it's like I mean, I just kind of like threw the whole scenario in there when like Rue had to take that those couple of weeks off. I was like, this is since you guys are in law free, this would be a good way to explain her absence, and I kind of kick myself for that now. I'm just like, wow, this is like, but I mean, at the same time, story wise, it's awesome.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
But I was like, what was I thinking? She should have just taken a long nap.
I don't know about that.
Rue's still sleeping, which she may be doing now. I don't know. Where's Rue?
I don't know, but I'm back.
Okay.
Have we pinged her?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, we have.
Yeah, a couple times. I sent her a direct message as well. Stupid internets. So I guess once Martin's back, we can head on over to the temple, and hopefully Rue will pop back up soon. I'm a little concerned at the moment.
Me too. Hopefully it's just her router or something.
That's what I'm hoping too. Yeah, I get really paranoid. I always assume the worst.
None of y'all have her number or anything?
I do not.
Is my keyboard and mouse less clicky, noisy than it normally is?
Yeah, I think so.
Cool.
I don't really remember how loud it normally is, but yeah, it seems to be.
It used to be fairly loud, but I've recently got like one of these these things and this other thing for my mic. So now it's on one of those like what do you call the damn things? Like the mic stand that connects to the desk, and it's like, you know, up in the air and stuff now. And I got like a what do you call it? A little bouncy thing that goes in. Wow, my brain is like so fried. I can't think of like words.
A bouncy thing that goes in.
Yeah, a little bouncy thing that goes in. Damn. What the hell is this thing called? You know, I typed it into Amazon when I wanted to order one, so I mean, you'd think I'd remember what these things are called. I'm gonna cheat and look at my orders. It should still be in there somewhere. Shock mount. Yeah, I've got like a arm stand and a shock mount. And you guys should
I had
be
no
able to
idea
see
what
my
a shock
temple.
mount was.
Yeah, it helps reduce like the like table bang noises and stuff like that.
Oh, that's really cool.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. That's an awesome temple.
I'd been meaning to get one for like years, but when I'm podcasting, like I almost never use the keyboard or something. I'm just, you know, blabbing away, so it was never like it was never very important. And I guess it's not really too important here, but like whenever I type, like I can hear myself in my headphones and stuff, and I'm just like, man, I probably should get like the shock mount and the boom arm one of these days. And I worked some overtime a couple of weeks ago, so I went ahead and got them for myself.
Awesome.
Yeah, which I wouldn't have done had I known I was going to buy a new car, but that's all right. I'm making car payments now like an adult. It's my
That's pretty scary. I've always just bought used cars outright because I don't really feel like doing the payments.
Yeah, me too. Like all my life until just recently. My daughter recently hit a deer, so her car is fucked. And when I took her back out to the accident scene to so she could file a police report, she didn't know she needed to file a police report for the insurance or something, because she's a fairly recent driver. She's never hit a deer before. She'd never hit anything before. So I drove her back out there, and that's where my car died, because my car is a piece of shit. So my car died out there. I mean, I got it started again and running, but I was like,
that sucks.
Yeah, I was like, we should probably have at least one dependable car in the neighborhood just in case. And I've been thinking about it for a while, so I bit the bullet. But it's got all sorts of bells and whistles. I mean, I think it's like just whatever comes standard. But my sister-in-law asked me, she's like, so what kind of bells and whistles do you have? I'm like, I've been driving like a 1988 Grand Marquis for years. Everything in that car is a bell and whistle. The radio works. That's a bell and a whistle.
Yeah, that shit's pretty fancy. I mean, at one point I had a used car so bad that the anti-theft device was constantly broken. So every time I tried to start my car, I thought I was stealing it, and it would make me sit in the car with the key in the ignition for half an hour to reset the anti-theft device. So it would go, oh, you're meant to have this car. So every time I drove anywhere, I had to budget an extra half an hour of time to sit inside my car to convince it I wasn't a thief.
Man, that's crazy.
So then the next car I had after that was not a 1995 Ford Falcon, and it turned on when I pushed the key in, which to me was incredibly fancy.
Right?
My new car, the car I have now, it has cruise control. Never had a car that had that before. It's incredible.
Cruise control is nice. Usually, if I'm going to New York or Florida, I will usually rent a car because I don't trust my car necessarily my old car to take me either one of those places. And I always loved the cruise control. But now I'm looking forward to the summer coming up because I have air conditioning in a car for the first time.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, I won't have to roll the windows down. And if I'm stuck in traffic, I won't die. Do we have Martin back yet? Maybe he went to find Rue.
Do they have Dax back yet?
Yes.
I'm here.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So it's Martin.
Y'all are
Maybe.
talking about adult stuff, and it's scary.
Sorry, man. Maybe Martin fell asleep.
Oh, I hope not.
Me too.
Martin's got to talk you guys into the. He's got to talk you guys into the temple.
So tell you guys tell little old me, little old 20-year-old boy me, what life is out in the real world. How big and scary is it for real?
I mean, it's not. Basically, everybody that I've ever talked to feels like they're playing pretend grown up all the time. No one really knows what they're doing. They just learn how to pretend they know.
You fake it till you make it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And I'm still faking it. I'm 48. I'm still faking it. You know, and like I said, this is the first time I've ever like bought like a newer car like with a car loan. Like my friends have been making car payments since like they were like 20. And they're just like, why don't you just get like a new car? And I'm just like, this one runs, man. Get off my back. Kids, man, kids are scary. That's the only thing scary about like, and they're not even that scary. But it's like, you know, I'd say that's probably the scariest thing about like being an adult. Like the only thing that's like really worrisome. Like everything else, I don't know. Yeah, I just fake it till I make it. Except for, well, even with the kid, like, you know, fake it till I make it. But I think I did a pretty good job. She's a good kid. She's got a good head on her shoulders. I've only really yelled at her once.
With the peanut butter?
Yep. Yeah, I told you about that. Yeah, that's the only time I've ever had to yell at that kid. I felt terrible. I went to her Halloween party last week. How's everybody's Halloween?
It was decent. We just set up shop for kids to show up at the door and watched Treehouse of Horror.
Nice.
The early ones, the good ones, the golden age.
It's not really a thing here.
No? Oh.
No, not really. I mean, sometimes people do parties, but the kids are starting to do trick or treating because they watch so much American TV that they're aware that it's a thing. But when I was growing up here, it was barely anything. It's still a big gay party day though. So a couple of the clubs did some things. I went to one Halloween dance thing at the dyke bar I like. That's about it.
Did you wear a costume?
No.
No.
Well, I mean, I put on I think I wore a hat. I don't know.
That works.
But,
oh, my Halloween.
Yeah, right.
I should have taken a picture of my Halloween costume. I was Jane Cobb.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, it's like my daughter, like she invited me to her party, and she was like, "You know, wear a costume," and I'm like, I don't have time to go out and buy a costume or anything. I don't have time for this. And when I was talking to her, I was wearing my blue sun shirt, and I was wearing my khakis. And I looked down and I said, all I need is that fucking hat. So I went out and got myself that hat.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, easy peasy lemon squeezy. Of course, like the kids, like they didn't really know who I was. Like because they're all about Crad's age.
21.
Crad, you knew that Will.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. I forget. I
Hey,
totally
it's
forgot.
Martin.
Yeah, Martin, what'd you do?
I'm back. What'd I do? What?
Halloween.
What'd you do for Halloween?
Pretty much nothing. I'm disappointed.
It's okay. I did about as much.
I did Jello shots and lemon drop shots with my daughter. So.
Yeah. So I lived in Chicago downtown for the last 12 years, and I told you guys I moved out of the city about a year and a half ago, and I've partied my whole life, so I'm done.
You're done.
So I do nothing exciting anymore, intentionally. I read a ton of books, and I learned to program. So that's my life.
All right. One of my daughter's friends, she was listening to Will Smith's "Getting Jiggy with It," and he commented. He said, "He's like, I can't see him as a rapper. He's an actor." And I was like, "Oh my god." I was like, he was like a rapper before he started acting, and they're like, "What?" I was like, "Yeah." Oh boy, I'm so old.
Bienvenidos a Miami. That's one of his songs, right?
Maybe.
Ah, yeah.
Let me find it right now.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
Yeah. Whatever happened to DJ Jazzy Jeff? Maybe Rue knows.
I think he died of AIDS.
No.
I'm just kidding.
It's terrible.
No.
I really have no idea what happened to him, though. I mean, I suppose I could Google
it doesn't matter because he was a nobody to begin with.
No, he was the DJ. That was the name of one of their albums. I'm the rapper. Yeah. He's the DJ. He was the DJ.
Oh, what was that song? It was Summer. What was it called? It was Summertime or Summer Love or what the fuck was it?
I know what you're talking. I don't remember the name of the song, but I know the song you're talking about.
Yeah, shit. Yeah.
I remember Nightmare on My Street. That was my favorite one.
Mm-hmm.
He wears the same hat and sweater every single day, and even when it's hot outside, he wears them anyway.
Let's see. So, are we waiting for Rue?
I suppose we could approach the temple, I would guess, and see if Rue comes back. I'm hoping she's okay. You should be able to see the temple a little bit better now on the screen.
Yeah,
there.
Is my character in the wrong spot in the middle of the temple here?
No, I'm just showing you guys a picture of it. Yeah, I mean, you're fine where you are.
Suddenly, a giant temple appears where you were resting. You take 10d10 bludgeoning damage if you are within the casting radius.
All right. I mean, this is mostly going to be Hatch's ball game for the next for the next scene here. So I mean, yeah, we'll just you guys get your hour-long rest. If any of you needed to use any hit dice or something to heal up, or take half your hit points back, however that works. I disremember off the top of my head, but it's in there. Resting. You get some of your spell slots back.
All good.
Yeah. As you guys continue on towards the temple, Like, you know, you can start to see it, like, you know, in the distance, like, you know, as some of these buildings clear out. You still hear, like, yipping off in the distance, but it's pretty distant, and it's still right before the spell wears off hatch. They're just, like, gnolls warning other gnolls, like, not to bother. Like, this is not dinner. And as you guys approach the temple, you see there are a couple of guards, like, standing outside. They are wearing those, like, you know, those black tunics with the reds, you know, with the red pieces, you know, over their shoulders into the belts, both sides, and they're just and they're watching you guys approach. You know, interested. They're just interested. You guys are all like with masks and horns, and you got these orcs in front of you, and they don't say anything as you approach.
Okay. Are they on the map? So are they?
No, they're not on the map. Yeah, they're not on the map. You just see them, like, you know, standing out in front of this temple. There's two of them. They've got spears, short swords. They both appear to be wearing chainmail. They got helmets on.
So Hatch walks up in his moose antlers, says, "Hail, brothers."
They look at each other and they look back at you and they're like, "Hello? Can we help you? Are you lost, Moose Man?"
We have fighters to trade. We hear that your temple and/or arena is ripe for the best of the best when it comes to fighters.
Sarahwin, are you still touching him?
Yeah.
Okay.
Not like all the time, but like every minute I like brush up against him.
Right. Where'd you hear that, friend?
Well, as much as you would like to think it was secret, the fighting pits and the games that go on here are not such a secret to the local community.
And so, when you say you got something to trade, you're talking about these orcs?
Yeah, these orcs are the meanest of the mean, the strongest of the strong, and they are not just ready to fight; they are enthusiastic to fight. Sorry, that was too many syllables in a word. They are juiced. They are excited. They are ready to fight.
What's with the headgear?
Excuse me?
The antlers.
What?
You say headgear?
I did say
when he asks what's with the headgear, I have the gnoll heads in my hands, and I look to my boss and I like hold him up, and is he talking? And I like give him a look. I tilt my head.
Hatch slowly looks to the left and the right in complete confusion. Headgear? What headgear?
Dax is showing you the gnoll heads.
What? Gnoll head? What hell?
I don't know if you heard him.
Oh, did you not hear me?
No, I did, but what is a gnoll head?
The gnolls that you guys killed.
Oh, the
I cut off their heads and I'm holding them.
I thought you said null, like null as in N-U-L-L.
Oh. That's what you get for learning to code.
Yeah. So, in like a preachery way, I reach out the right and extend my hand, and I'm like, like present the gnoll heads, while Dax, probably half covered in blood after decapitating all this shit, is standing there reaching up just in stoic silence.
they look at the Knollheads. They both look a little impressed, and one of them looks at the other, and he's just like, "Is that
A little what?
They look impressed, and they look at each other, and one of them says to the other one, he's like, "Is that Frank?" He's like, "I think so."
I toss that nonchalantly and have it roll a little bit in front of them.
Yeah. And I take a few steps while it's rolling, like, because I'm pretty good at soccer, and I kick it. I kick it right down the way, right down the middle, around here.
Okay.
Just straight up goal.
They're like, "Yeah, that's Frank's all right." Well, we already have some orcs, but the master might be interested in some more. If you'll wait here a moment, we'll get you an escort. And one of them one of them goes down the tunnel. Like there's like a the main entrance at the bottom of the temple. Like one of them just like goes down.
Yeah. I nod my moose horns.
Okay. All right, they come back with this like really big guy. He's like wearing like one of those like spooky gladiator kind of face masks and stuff. And it's like, "This is London. He'll escort you to the lounge, and he'll take your prisoners down below for he'll take your fighters down below for inspection."
Okay.
That cool?
I think so.
Excuse me, I'm sorry. I lean up and I whisper in Dax's ear. I'm like, my lord, I did hope to see where the fighters were, if that's okay.
To my ear?
To Hatch, I meant, sorry.
So I look back up and say, "We have only the best of fighters to trade. We wish to see the other fighters you have first, or nothing at all."
Oh, you want to see the other fighters? So you're looking to trade. You're not looking to make a straight sale.
Mondo, you broke up a little bit.
You're looking to trade, not make a straight sale, or not just trying to like impress us and have betting and stuff. And
We only trade. We need new members for belief to follow the same belief that we do. And these are the type of fighters that you can bank on, that we can bring you. So,
yeah, I suppose when we take your fighters down, you can accompany us. We'll bring you up to the lounge later. Yeah, sure. Come on in. And he walks you down a tunnel. And eventually it branches out. You guys should be able to see yourselves on the map down center bottom of the map there. I don't know if you guys want to reposition yourselves in any way. There is a door here. Clicky. There we go. There's a door here. And there's a couple of guys standing to either side of that. This is the guy who's guiding you. And he says, follow me this way, please. And he just kind of starts heading down that way.
He went right or left?
He's going to the right. I'm just going to grab all of... well, just to make things easy until Rue comes back. Rue! Where are you? Oh, she's out of roll 20. I just noticed that.
Like I've been seeing her in Discord, but not in Roll20. She might be having internet difficulties. Yeah, because she was on her phone on the on Discord, right?
She was.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Our tiefling friend, the Asker boss monster. What's her name?
Leilani.
Leilani. Yeah. So, yeah. I'm gonna let her go first.
Okay.
And what? Did everybody go right and left?
No, just right. Okay, so Leilani's gonna go first. All right. So she follows behind this guy, and he opens his door down here to the right.
You. Okay.
Into this small chamber here, there's a flight of stairs leading down. And, we got the orcs with you and stuff as well.
Okay.
How did I lost Sarum, but I see you on my other screen. That's bizarre.
I'm right behind Hatch.
Yeah.
I know. I see you on the other screen, but you're missing from my.
It's just you just like overlapped. For some reason, it just overlapped in that moment, and then I moved away. So I think you just reset. And in actuality, something's like chugging here. JavaScript wise, sorry to take it out of the moment, but something's not loading properly. I'm gonna reload the page.
Okay. And I just did a new
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I mean, like, I understand, like, Roll20, they're gonna have some. How to put it?
Orcs.
No, some not properly programmed moments and or pages, which is expected.
Okay. He brings you guys downstairs. There's a couple of guards here in this room. You should be able to see where you guys are at now. And there are bars on either side of the room here. There's like these barred gates. And the gladiator dude nods at these two guards here. This gate opens. He walks on through. Leilani right behind, and those orcs as well. And you guys should be able to walk through the gates. Brings you through another set of bars that like raise and like the other bars close when you guys go through. Like once you're all through, like they shut again. And you start walking past all of these cells. There's a ogre in this cell here, and he's just kind of sitting there. He looks kind of grumpy and stuff. He's just kind of growling. And yeah, they're just like, yeah. See, here are some of our finer fighters. There's that bugbear there, and there's a couple of orcs right there. He's like, we can put them. We'll put your orc buddies in there if that's all right. We try not to mix things up too much. And he's looking at you, Hatch, when he says that. We'll put them orcs in there.
Is it him?
No, this guy here, the gladiator guy.
Can I try to like stick my head through the bars and look at this cage next to us? Like stick it, like lean
Oh wait,
a little bit.
next to you where? Like which bars?
Like no, so there's the orcs in front of me, and then
Yeah.
there's one to the left I can't quite see because I just want to like ooch.
Yeah, I mean that's just like another hall. It's a guard through there.
Where do you have any female prisoners? Guards, fighters, I mean.
Yeah, there's a few. So Moose Man, Big Antler there.
Excuse me?
I'm gonna put your orcs in here. Is that fine?
You should hope they're fine. Otherwise, it's a bigger problem for all of us.
Okay, so he bellows at the two orcs that were already in there. He's just like, back up against the wall, and they, they look pissed and stuff, but they look like they don't want to fuck with him at the moment either. They do back up against the wall. The bar's open, and he shoves Una's brothers in there and Una in there.
Can I try to like slip Una? I have a sewing needle.
Mm-hmm.
Can I try to slip it to her just in case she needs to pick a lock?
Absolutely. Give me a sleight of hand check. Where did I put Una?
Oh, thank God.
What'd you get? I'm busy looking for Una so I can put her. There
21.
Okay, nice. Yeah, you slip it to her easily, and yeah, they're in this cage. The bugbear's like looking at them. This ogre is just like sitting there looking grumpy as fuck, and he's like, "Female fighters, yeah, follow me." And more of these gates open and stuff as he like walks through. Let me gather them up together again.
Weirdly Lonnie go.
To the left.
So
To the left, over here.
Yeah.
So I was going to, as my authoritative moosehead
Mm-hmm.
would normally be, I'm gonna try to lean to the right while nobody's paying attention.
Yeah.
And suggest to this troll. I'm gonna say that when the shit goes down, you are on the side of the orcs and the side of the liberators. Oop, I didn't mean to hit that. Sorry.
He's like, huh? Let me pull up his
What the hell? Okay, yep.
Yeah, he's
Didn't
just like,
roll.
He's like,
Yes.
Mm.
You are on the orc side. You are on your fellow imprisonment.
This guard here is like kind of like approaching you, and he's like, "Sir, you don't want to get too close to the bars, sir. He'll crush your head with one hand, sir. Antlers or no."
Is he like a museum attendant?
No,
He's a huge nerd.
No, he's a guard, but he's very concerned about getting your antlers crushed.
Yeah, and so I completely run away with my antlers. Like it never even happened.
Thank you, sir. Okay. Okay, on the other side here, this gladiator guy's just like, this woman here, she's a she's a fierce warrior, and there's some like rough-looking gladiator woman in there. There's some sort of half dragon person, not a dragonborn, but like some dude that's very dragony looking in this other cell. Let me yeah, definitely not a dragonborn, but And there's a couple other vicious fighters looking dudes like in that other cell. But, you know, he says to the woman gladiator in the center cell, he's just like, you know, Missy, stand up and show these people what you got. And she's like, ugh. And she stands up and she kind of flexes her muscles a little bit. And she's just like, ugh. Is that what you're looking for, miss?
A little. I mean, there was a green-skinned lady. Wasn't that Darksire what we saw in our vision?
I nod my head and look over to Hatch as well.
Yes. Hatch agrees. The greenskin woman. That's who we need. That is the champion that we want.
Greenskin woman champion, huh? I can't say this rings a bell. Maybe. What makes you think there's a green-skinned woman here? Pardon my shifting accent.
I had a vision of who our god sent us for the green-skinned woman with white hair. I saw vipers around her.
Huh. That don't sound familiar. We could take a look at some of the other ones if you'd like. Well, so what are you looking to do? You looking to trade for those orcs?
We have plenty of orcs to trade for that.
He's like, oh, come on, follow me up the center here. You have plenty more orcs?
Oh, yes. I can't really move that far because the spell I cast on the troll was only 30 feet, but fine.
You know,
I think that's like the range you have to be when you cast it, and then if it works, it just works for 8 hours.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, good to know. Never mind then.
I mean, he's not that wise, and you know, he's also probably sick of being there. So I mean, like, even if like it didn't work anymore, he's probably just like, I remember what that guy told me. He made a suggestion. I don't necessarily want to listen to it, but what the fuck? I got nothing to lose. Okay. From here, as he brings you up this hallway, more gates and stuff, you can see, like, you know, there's the fighting pits here. Gate going out to them and stuff. There's, like, blood on the ground and shit. It's very gruesome.
Does it sound like there's anything going on right now?
No. And he heads off this way. You know, gates open and close.
Where'd you guys go?
To the left, to the left.
Yeah, over here, man.
Oh. Don't get in the fighting pits, Sarah. That would be so bad.
I don't want to be there.
No, I did that by accident. I was trying to drag Hatch over with us.
I got it.
Yeah. Through some more gates here. He's just got gates all around.
Aha, I get it now. This is why my avatar is moving so slow. It's because it's such a huge map. It's like
Yeah.
It is a pretty big map.
Everything
Mondo pulled out all the stops.
I thought about like breaking it up into smaller individual maps, but then I thought that might be a pain in the ass.
No, this is fine.
Yeah, no, it's super cool. I was wondering, like, this is the only time it's actually chugged.
Through this gate here, he's just like green skin, eh?
And vipers.
I don't know. I don't know about no vipers. Let's we could take a look up here.
Maybe one very big viper. The viper of the pits.
we ain't got no vipers in the pits, or at least we haven't in a while. I got these kobolds here, and there's all these like little ragged-looking kobolds. They're just like they kind of like hissing and just like they don't look very happy. He's like, and there's this
What?
big boy here, and like crammed into this cell, there's like some sort of like giant creature crammed into the cell here.
And like Sarah was starting to look a little bit distressed. She had and white hair. She had green skin and white hair.
You know, gods. Some of them are kind of, stupid. I don't believe in no gods. I mean, maybe your god was. Well, maybe you're delusional, or maybe your god is just wrong.
Huh.
I tighten my fist a little bit at that. I glare at this guard.
I'm trying to see if he really doesn't know who I'm talking about, because I've been relatively specific for a famous fighter.
You have been, but he really has no idea who you're talking about. You're pretty sure.
We have the most quality of fighters. We have already been through the rest of your dungeon.
No, I got more. I got more down there, but like again, no one meeting that description. If you'd like, I can bring up to the lounge, and maybe when one of the guys comes to talk deal.
How long have you worked here?
I've been here a few months now.
The vision, she only came here recently, but she'd been gone for a long time. She was returned. I heard the name starting with S. Like a sylph kind of a noise.
Like a schmoopies?
He's got that mask on, so you can't like see his facial expression, but his head kind of tilts like he's just kind of baffled by you.
I look over at Hatch, and I tilt my head, and then I groan like really deeply, gutturally. Talk to boss.
So, Hatch rolls his eyes in with the expectation, and let's see here. Sorry. So, on this guy here.
On the hill giant?
No, on the guy right in front of him.
The guard? Yeah, it's just a guard.
One of the guards.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. And says, "We are looking for," sort of whispering aside. "We're looking for the champion in these dungeons. Green-skinned, female, orc, woman, and we will pay mightily for it." And with that suggestion, I mean,
he's like, I suppose I could try to find you one.
Lead us to her.
I'd have to find one first. How much time do I have?
No time.
I get off my shift in 2 hours. I can go out and look.
Go on what?
I can go out and look for one. If you're willing to pay handsomely, I'd be more than happy to help you out here.
No. You have one in this dungeon.
Not that I'm aware of.
Maybe the one who who rules the arena will know.
Talk to boss.
I backhand. I backhand the tiefling behind me. And say, hey, we need to find our greenskin friend. Stop talking.
This gladiator guy's just like, all right, look, he's like, this is all highly unusual. I'm just gonna bring you up to the lounge, and you can speak with one of the the more senior officials here. All right.
Sounds good.
Oh, okay. And so he leads you back upstairs. I'm just gonna drag you all a little bit. Come here. Come here. Player ribbon. There we go. I'm just going to drag you all through here. Could just be easier. What am I doing? I don't want to turn you guys sideways. Come on now. Mondo, get it together. Roo! Okay. So, if you guys can follow along, I'm just going to drag you all through. He brings you up through here. No, actually, he'd probably bring you this way. Okay. Yeah. He drags you guys up this hallway. Out, like, you don't see all these people that you can see here sitting around. That's for if you guys are going to be watching a fight later. But he brings you out past the fighting pit, and you can see down below. It's like it looks pretty gruesome. And through this door here, let me open this door. I probably should have just left all these doors open.
It makes sense they'd be shut.
Oh wait, give me a second here. Oh, I gotta, yeah. Like I said, this wasn't going the way. This is all just very. Okay, so he leads you through here, and up through this door here. Yeah, I definitely missed a door. All right, I'm just gonna drag you guys to the. Yeah, there should have been an extra door somewhere.
Did we mess your plans up again?
No, I just realized I didn't when I designed this, I didn't put like an easy access to like the lounge area. Like I made the access a little more difficult than it really needed to be. So
that's okay.
There you are.
Oh my.
Yeah, so he takes you like up through like I'll show you guys where it. All right, so this is like right on the other side of the hallway you guys were just in. I'm sorry. Yeah.
You're right.
Oh, where's Hatch? Hatch is still out in the fighting. Hang on a second, Hatch. Let me get you in here so I can drag you. So this is on the other side of that little hall.
And
then he takes you up this like through another door. And up through this thing here and through this door.
Wait, did I fuck something?
No, you didn't. No, I'm just dragging you with the rest of the group just to instead of like having you guys like all just kind of tag along. You should be in the middle, like middle-ish left hand of the screen. And there's a table with all sorts of food and stuff.
Okay.
And he's like, just make yourselves at home. I'll have someone come see you in a moment. And he leaves. He's like kind of muttering to himself. He's just like, I don't know what the hell these people are on about. Just fucking, I don't get it at all.
I immediately start pacing.
Well, act like you a bunch of cultists, please.
Oh,
Yeah.
we know she's here, right?
Act properly, or we will lose her, or we will not get to talk to
Stop.
her.
I say that, and I wave my hand around us. People could be listening.
Possibly. Nobody's listening. Well, what do you suggest? With your exhaustion.
Wait.
You are a horrible servant.
You are a trash leader.
Oh, I go like pour a drink from the table and bring it over to Hatch. Here you go, leader.
And I look like I'm going to drink it, and I slap it out of her hand.
Oh.
We need to figure out where our large green-skinned friend is, or nothing.
I get a cloth from the table and start cleaning up the spilled drink.
I mean, as a 5'4" or 6 dark elf, I'm enjoying the righteousness of this moment. So,
Do we see that guy?
Hmm?
Do we see that boy?
I'm looking for the right token for him while you guys are talking. I got too many damn tokens here. I might just have to, or is that the token I use? I don't know. This guy comes in. You recognize him as Trebek, the guy who took Sylv in the first place from the Mouse and Squire. And he's like, "Hello, strangers. I understand you're looking for a particular fighter."
so yeah, Hatch steps up and says yes.
Please, have a seat, and we can discuss business. And he takes a seat at the table.
We understand that you both employ and however you want to term it, fighters from all districts, from all histories, and we are looking for a specific one. You should have, I believe, as we know, a strong, a very noticeably strong orc female in your retinue.
London tells me that you brought a noticeably strong orc female in with you, with a few other orcs. I mean, are you here to trade? Are you here to gamble? I'm not sure. You're looking for a particular fighter, he says.
We are here to trade and gamble.
He says, Hatch, give me a deception check.
Oh.
And of course, you can add D4 because the nice young lady keeps brushing against you.
And add a D4.
Add a D4. The nice lady keeps brushing against you. She keeps patting you on the shoulder to give you that D4.
Shit.
He's like, it seems you rolled a 1 on that guidance. What makes you think we have such a particular fighter here?
Sorry, what'd you say?
What makes you think that we have this particular fighter you're looking for here? London said something about the gods told you we had such a woman?
Yes, yeah. We have heard, and not many of us. The strength of certain fighters, which are noticeable. As we brought many an absolute strong fighter. We wish to trade for only your best, only your greatest and strongest fighters.
That would probably be Torin.
Who is Torin?
Torin is a hill giant. I understand London brought you through the cells. Torin, he's a big boy. He's probably the strongest fighter we have right now.
Sorry, say that again?
Torin, he's the hill giant. London says he brought you through the cells and you saw him. He's probably the strongest fighter we have right now. Would you like to see him fight your orcs?
I would love to see what he can do.
There will be a fight tonight, of course. I mean, it's not a big to do. It's not one of our usual events, but there will be a fight tonight. I could have Torin fight your orcs.
Yes. I believe he should. I believe that would qualify as a worthy trade.
I lean in to Hatch. I recast guidance, and I just whisper, ask him if he knows whether the Viper has come back and whether we could have her.
Okay. And I whisper back, how should I ask that? How should I approach that?
Just say that.
He's like, what? He kind of like leans back and he like, he like tenses his fingers together and he looks a little amused by this whole like, exchange.
I mean, I'm whispering really, really softly. I just can't whisper as softly as I want to into Discord. Just
oh no, yeah, I mean he probably doesn't hear what you're whispering. I mean he's just like, there's all this whispering going on and he's just amused by it.
He's what?
he's amused by the whispering.
The Viper. What is the deal with the Viper?
That's what they used to call Sylve here, man. That's why I'm asking.
Ah, gotcha.
Oh my god.
All of you give me a all of you give me a check, an insight check.
Hey.
Nice.
I see through reality.
Yeah, you do. All right, when you mention the Viper, like, you know, his tell shows, like, you know, he like he was taking a sip of wine, he kind of gulps it, like, you know, like almost like he was about to spit it out, and like one of his eyebrows goes up, and he looks at you all and says, I don't understand. We have no fighter by that name. And he's definitely, you know, Sarowin, he's definitely lying. The rest of you think he's probably lying. You're pretty sure of it, but Sarowin, you know, with that 26 insight, and he rolled a 7. I'll go ahead and tell you guys that now. He rolled a 7. Sarowin, you know he's lying about that. Who told you we had such a fighter with such a name?
We had a vision from our god.
Who is your god?
The glorious Lempo.
You're all masked with these horns. Are you all tieflings? I don't understand the antlers.
I'll just growl, Drokar.
Well, I have no fighter by that name, so your god has misled you. However, you are more than welcome to watch and bet on tonight's fight. We'll have our boy fight your orcs.
May we pay our respects to the ruler of the arena?
No, I'm afraid he doesn't see anyone except for during the fights. He'll be in his box, and perhaps if your orcs do well, he will. Perhaps he'll grant you an audience. I'll let him know that you're asking for one. I do have some comfortable rooms for our guests if you'd like to relax until this evening's festivities.
Sure.
Okay. Yeah. He shows you down the hall. Oh, actually, the doors are open. I didn't draw doors on most of these. If you guys go to the south, like there are 2 like nice rooms, like loungy kind of rooms. I didn't put furniture in them, but they're nice loungy kind of rooms. And he says he lets you know that before the fight tonight, we'll escort you to a private box, and you can watch the fight from there. We can watch your orcs fight the hill giant. I'm sure they'll do very well. They look very strong, especially the nice lady.
Hatch, you coming?
Oh, hey, just heard you now.
And I think that we should tentatively end the session here for the moment, or for the evening, since we do not have Rue, and I kind of will need Rue soon.
Do you think we could do like a next week pick up from this like we did the other time?
I would have absolutely no problem with that whatsoever. if it's cool with everybody else. I would like to do that because I don't want to. Yeah, I mean even Friday night wouldn't be bad for me. I mean up to you guys, but yeah, it's yeah, I don't want to leave it hanging too long. But like at this point, without Rue,
Yeah, I'd be cool with that.
Martin.
Yeah, I'm gonna. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean it probably won't be as long of a session as normal sessions go. Probably about just as long as this one, maybe. So it wouldn't be like oh well, we'll see what happens. But
That was good though. We didn't get instantly attacked or murdered or put in the jail cells. Yeah, we didn't get to Rue, but that could have gone way worse. So
that could have gone way worse.
Maybe.
Yeah, we're still free. They don't technically know who we are, as far as we know.
They are very confused.
They are confused, but they're not deeply suspicious. So that's okay.
Just bank it off of us being crazy cultists who are weird and strange and from far away.
It's like, wow, London, did you see those guys with the antlers and the
weirdos?
horns?
Yeah, they're fucking strange.
They keep asking about the Viper and the Green Lady.
I feel horrible. I'm so bad at bullshitting. It's obviously horrible, horrible.
No,
you
did
fine.
You did fine. Yeah, you did fine.
It's embarrassing.
Well, no, if you'd have been horrible, we would be in a jail cell right now, about to fight in the pit, or stabbed.
Or stabbed, yes.
Perhaps. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I had to change a couple of things up. I mean, I figured things would be going differently. One of my possibilities, I had to hide a couple of things, and I had to move. I can't believe I did not make an easy access door to the. Oh wait, no, okay, but that's all right. I see. Oh, I see where they should have brought you in. Okay. Damn it. Map's too big. I'm like,
it's okay, man. Don't feel bad, Martin.
How are they gonna bring him in, man? I see it now.
You did just fine.
No. But it's okay.
Yeah, I don't know what's gonna happen. Hopefully Rue can make it next week. Cause
I hope Rue's okay.
Me too.
Yeah.
I mean, she's still on Discord.
It's probably just her computer internet.
That's what I'm
Rue
that's
and
what I'm
Mac. What happened? Is Mac okay?
Mac is okay. Hang on a second.